Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Celeste, and I just kind of wanted to play some Celeste, so let's just play some, right? We don't have to go fast. We don't have to do anything. Let's just chill, right? Let's just play the game. Fall down. It doesn't matter. Let's listen to music. Let's have a party. You know. Get too caught up trying to play the game the right way. You know. Spend so much time. Not so much. I mean, I'm not like a speedrunner, right? But you know, and you worry about going fast, or if you're me, you do. Let your heart rate get all weird. You know, because if I was this good when I started the game, I wouldn't get annoyed. So, like, what's it matter, right? Why don't we just... I bet if I could maintain that attitude through a run, I would actually do very well indeed. Alright, so here... Is there a way that I do this room faster? No, it's this room. Okay, so that must be the move Autumn was talking about. So you grab it, drop. Oh, well. No, I think you still have to hold to the right so that we don't... It's actually a little tricky, huh? Yeah. Do we release the hold and then grab a hold again? So there's a way to do this room like slightly quicker too, but I don't know what it is. You know, obviously a lot slower than I normally would run it, but we're just playing. You know, we're just playing. And why not? Look, I don't have anything to prove to myself on this mountain. Sure, we haven't beat Farewell. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we could theoretically have to prove here, but we don't have to, you know? Sometimes it's fun to just go into a game that you're not good at and play it. No, I love this game. It's fine that I'm not very good. I'm better than people that aren't good at all. I know you can't do that. Can't do that either. You gotta do this little move, right? Such a good song. Going up in that corner is a little safer than I normally do it, and that's good, you know, it's good to be safe. Oh, man. Okay, so I normally don't dash through this there. I normally don't do any of that. So the way to do it is straight up here. Alright, I'm being too cute by far here. You do it like this. You don't delay it at all. And that's the pattern I normally take. I don't know why I was trying to innovate. I mean, I know why. Because I hoped it would be cool. You know, and that's how bad dashing can get you. But it's so hard to not just want to do it, right? It is. Nah, that's never going to be like a record run. It's still not like incredibly slow in spite of all that. Just, you know, when you do the second half of it fast. Fast. I'm like, yeah, that may well have been the fastest we ever run it on this save, and it was. So I think 3:45 or something is as good as we've done it. So I mean, not far. I mean, it wasn't close either. But do we want to run 3 right now? Nah, let's try for the golden in 4. That'll be more fun than running 3. Pretty silly overcorrection there, alas. We really should be practicing the last segment first, but hey, what are you gonna do? Can we recover? Yeah. Nope. Alright. We might as well do the last segment and alternate. After all, if we're failing that early, we should be practicing this part at least once for every time we fail the beginning. And that'll help us get to the golden eventually. After all, if we can't do this room, the hardest room in the chapter, the heartwarming tale of Madeline repeatedly getting hit in the face with snowballs because I'm not good enough to dodge them. You want to do a double bounce on that second one to avoid it. That would be a tough way to die on a real one. That would too. That would too. Rough. This is supposed to be like the easy part, right? Wow. Why would I even go that way? I don't even go that way. It's fine. We don't need to know. I'm going for the gold strawberry because I think I can get it. And whatever just happened has no bearing on the future. The past doesn't predict the future. The past doesn't even explain itself. And at any moment, I could get a better run than I've been doing. You know, there, if you don't hit anything, you just go forward. It's only by attempting to modify things that you put yourself in any danger. Alright. Alright. Okay. Time to not mess it up. Alright, final segment. Hardest room. Well. Alright. We'll just go back and do that segment again, and then whenever we get there, we'll keep on back at it. We can do it. We just gotta string it together. In that room, something about it, you know, clearly this one you can die in too, twice even. Twice. We're not counting those as part of that practice. We're just gonna do this room a bunch because I think we need to practice it a bunch. Clearly. That happens to me a lot, like... It's like if we go too far away from the middle of the cloud, right? And then we bonk our little head. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta aim for the middle of the cloud and go for the dash. Rather than... Yeah, because we can correct with the dash there anyway. Queen. Hey, but you know, that was a correction, that's good. That one would sting if it happened for real. But yeah, you want a double bounce and then a short dash off of the second one, and that will keep you from getting beamed on the way to the third one, which you can't correct with because it falls. And there, if you dance on the top of the, on the head of the pin, you know, then it's easier. In this room, I swear, if I die in it, I'll laugh. I'll be very cool about it, just like the coolest person you've ever seen about it. I won't be a salted boy at all. Anyway, assuming we get back to this segment, I'm confident we'll behave well when we get there, right? And then we'll do this room, my favorite room in the world. I love it so much. I never do that, but now we get to do it again. Wow. Okay. I never do that either. Apparently we need to practice this room just the same as all the other ones. And that's all to the good, because this effect is the fun one. Oh yeah, I normally slide down further, that's what it is. Yeah, let's go ahead and try a full one again. You know, we can alternate. So we can definitely get there. You know, we've gotten to that segment a few times, and we can definitely do that segment deathless. I've done it at least once. And it'd be nice to get the third golden. I, of course, have not really sincerely tried for Chapter 3s. There are a number of rooms that I think I would struggle with getting. Not necessarily the end segment in 3 against... Oh my goodness, well... Well, anyway. Let's not talk about other things that I'm good at. Let's talk about what we're not good at. Okay. We're gonna get this, one day we're gonna get it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe a long time from now. But I'm not ready to give up. Okay. Alright, one more time with feeling. Alright, well. That's a funny place to die twice. Not the right way. Well, if we get off of a record by a couple seconds, that's where we lost them. But I don't think it's that fast anyway. Yeah, we're nowhere close to a record here. Now we're quite far from one indeed. pretty huge time loss there. Probably like more than a second. It'll be fine, you know. We're not... Whatever. Let's just start over. Let's not worry about it, but worry about it, right? What am I even doing here? Like, is that room even supposed to take 3 seconds? Probably not. It doesn't matter. Kinda forgot I was supposed to be talking. I mean, I guess I can do whatever I want, right? Summit's such a cool level, and this is the coolest part of it, you know. I'm like, wait, that's not the way over. And when I got right past here on a monster of a personal best run, not here, but on the very next one, I choked so hard and lost like more than a minute. I didn't go back and see how much it was so much. I like straight up forgot how to do that room. Not this one. I think I died once on this. It's actually kind of shocking how much better I played on that at any percent than I've basically ever played in my whole life in Celeste. You know, right when it mattered. It's just right here, right? And I kept doing that. I kept on, like, over and over. And I was on the best run of my life on this any percent. Not now, of course, historically. And I just couldn't remember how to do that. And I think I even died here. You know, the first time I beat Celeste, One of the like most satisfying gaming moments of my life, probably. Like just getting here and realizing, you know, how close we finally were. It's good stuff, you know. Very good stuff. And we die a few more times there, you know, bringing the total up to 2,400 that we've died there. Yeah, much more on the summit than anywhere else. Including on the B-sides, you know. Yeah, I like Summit. There's a lot to it. Alright, let's try this one more time. Because canonically, Madeline is not immortal, and she should be able to climb this mountain without dying. Or else, what's it all for? Alright, alright, alright. Well, that was a bad angle. Let's try it once more. Alright. Will today be the day? I mean, probably not. Could be, though. You know, that's the tragic thing about my... about my skill level, is at any moment it could be the run that converts, but, you know, more often it'll be a run like that. Whatever. This is my favorite part of Chapter 3, so why not run it? A lot of it is just in being able to keep moving. If you already know your path, right? Like there you have to wait, here you wait. It's really fundamentally a room like these, like if you just delay a little bit, like right there, rather than trying to be too cute and pop on top of them, it's not too tricky to get done, right? Here you can run there. Cross. You know, normally it's cleaner than that. But anyway, you wait there, you do this. Like I was saying, I'm super good at this part. Just so good at this part of the level. I really am, though. On my any percent that I keep on bringing up from the only time I played well, we did it really good. Well, we did really good here, you know. It was, we lost the dash there. We've been in this room a really long time. I was like, I'm good at this part of the chapter. Why don't we do that real quick? That'll be fun. Let's scrub that and do it again so I can show you that I'm supposed to be good at this part of it. Ha! Oh, who am I kidding? My heart's not in this. I don't want to run chapter 3. Slow. Very slow. Yeah, we can gain a lot of time there, because normally I wait for that block to go all the way up to jump off, which makes you feel a little bit safer, but isn't that much safer, right? And that turns even a pretty bad run into a casual 150. Hey, Quinny. I'm just chilling. How's Silk Song? Oh, it was wonderful, but I got annoyed, so I put it down after a couple hours. I'm gonna play it again tomorrow, probably, but you know, it's a me thing, not a... The game's wonderful, it's just, I don't like losing all of my money when I die. Even if I can go and get it back, I don't like having to go do that. And after it happens, and then I lose it anyway when I'm trying to go get it, and then I'm just like, I don't want to play that anymore. I'm gonna take my ball and go home. But every part of the game that didn't involve managing my money, I thought was a lot of fun. Yeah, I tried to buy it this morning and Steam wouldn't let me, so I played a bunch of Total War 3 Kingdoms. Ha! Yeah, I played several hours of Total War 3 Kingdoms instead, but yeah, I tried to get it, you know, I woke up and I was like, I guess I'll buy it, and then, yeah. But, you know, I'm happy for the team. Old Team Cherry. You know, putting out a good product at a wonderful price point that, you know, a lot of people were excited about. And I had a blast. Like, I had a really good time for almost all of the 2 hours I was playing. And then as soon as I identified that I really wasn't having a good time anymore, I kinda, you know, I didn't drag it out too long and I just put it down. 'Cause I just don't like... I don't like having to go get my money. I don't like it. It's not the only game that does it. I've never liked it in any of those either. In Diablo 2, when you died, you had to go and get your bones, or... and then you would lose a bunch of money. This isn't the right way. But you like all of your gear would be on your body. So if you left the world to like load into another world, you could get it, but like all your stuff was there. So I did way too many corpse runs to want to do it in a single player game. Diablo 2 at least was a multiplayer game. So here you gotta... But no, visually it was wonderful. Yeah, I'm like really good at Hollow Knight, so... No, because I just beat the Radiance for the first time yesterday. So I was real fresh, right? Like I beat that big old fiery moth sun with only a nail. I'm not a wizard, right? I'm a hardcore knight. And so I was ready for what the game was throwing at me, but I wasn't ready for the annoyance of game mechanics. And I lost just so much money to various things, which is very annoying. And then I tried to play Stardew earlier, but the music wouldn't work, and my settings kept on not saving. And that annoyed me too, and I was like, well, why don't I just play a nice, calm game where nothing ever bothers me? Like the only game I actively speedrun. Nah. This isn't speedrunning, this is just running. This is just, we're just playing, right? I just like Celeste. I'm not even supposed to go this way? Nope. I am. Oh my goodness. If I did this on a good pace, that would be very sad. As it is, it's not sad at all. But because of my experience with Hollow Knight, I know that I don't need the money, right? Like, we can just... play Heya? Yeah. We can just beat the whole game basically without money, right? So I beat almost the whole game of Hollow Knight with basically no charms, and with losing like 16 times as much money as I ever spent. So I just need to stop worrying about the money at all in Silksong and enjoy it. Because worrying about the game taking my money away will only just like either infuriate me or make me worried. I really dislike that there's not a setting to change it, but you know, that's neither here nor there. I would rather a game just like delete my whole character than make me get my money back. Alright, what's the motion to this? So it's different because we've already died here. There you go. You wait for the fourth one, and she's still there. You jump here, jump here, jump here, on the wall. The fourth fireball is slightly delayed, so you just wait on the wall. And this room is like way different if you gotta dash there. Because it's like you, when you don't fall from the roof, you've got a way different path here. Because when you fall from the roof, you fall down and you can come in over the top easier. Just running into fireballs all day. Like, what? Is it faster to go here? Yeah, it is. I kept not getting my dash because I jumped off too fast. Hey, Autumn. Yeah, we were just playing the Chaos segment. We didn't even do the rest of the chapter. We've just been bouncing around. I always die here on the speedruns too, because it's like you just gotta jump off at the right time, not the wrong time. That's the key. Yeah, we tried some Deathless Chapter 4, it didn't work. We got to the last segment one time and then died on Big Block Room where you drop into the pink cloud. You know the one. You know the one. And we ran Chapter 2 for fun and got a new best on the file. But it's probably like 20 seconds slower than the real best, which was on, you know, the any %, where all my bests are. Ah, come on. There we go. I hung onto the wall. Normally we fall and then kick. You know, it's like, you almost have to do it just so you can listen to the music, right? But it's like, I'm not planning on doing 80% today, but it's like, I feel like you want to practice rock bottom, you want to practice the hey, you want to practice the search key skip, that's the name of it, search. In chapter 5, you gotta practice that. You gotta practice probably just the end section of chapter 2 where she's chasing you. And then, you know, all of chapter 3, because I always forget where to turn. But it's such a different experience than the rest of the run is, really. There's so much more platforming stuff in Silksong than there was in Hollow Knight. And it's like fine, but it just made me want to play Celeste and not that game. Celeste has never stolen all my money. Did I say I was going to quit talking about it? I lied. Chapter 6 Hollows. If I can do Turtle Jump, I can't, but you have explained it to me before. I'm sorry, well, you can get that in the first room. Yeah, because looking at my last 80%, like, it was just so good. Sure, we had, like, a couple bad segments, but we still, like, absolutely crushed it with, like, personal bests in 5 out of the 7 chapters. And the ones that we didn't get it in were, like, not even far off from it. So it's like, if I ever want to beat that time, we gotta tighten up everything. But also, that was the first 80% that I had, like, practiced right before, which I don't even think I did on stream too much, but I had done, like, you know, off stream a bit. Like, I practiced the key skip probably, like, 30 times, and then I nailed it, you know, first try on the 80% right when it mattered. Have I ever played Shovel Knight? No, I have not. I do think that I thought it and Hollow Knight were the same game for a while. Like, I think until I played Hollow Knight, I thought they were the same game. So just until, like, a couple of months ago. Good evening, KP. How are you? No, my gaming today didn't go so perfect. And then I tried to start a new farm on Stardew, but the music didn't work. And I kind of threw a fit. Not really. I think I said, okay. And then I turned off the stream, and then I deleted the video. And now, if I hadn't told you about it, it would never, ever be known about. But anyway, I just wanted to, like, chill and start a new farm. And listen to some Stardew music. And it wouldn't play the music. It played it on the title screen. It wouldn't save my settings, it kept on... Anyway, I got really annoyed. Shovel Knight's more like an old NES adventure game. Oh, okay, cool. Oh no! Okay, that's alright then. I was like, are there spikes down here? There are not. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. No, you know, what are you gonna do about it, right? What, like, literally, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just walk right into the outrageous spikes of the mountain. And, you know, you can either grab that golden strawberry like you've done so many times before without ever getting to eat it, or you can give up. I'm gonna try again. nothing wrong with giving up. Giving up's one of the best things you can do. I say that all the time. But if you can make yourself push through it, sometimes that's good too. When I was playing Silk Song, one of the people in the chat was like, "I don't even know if you can beat this boss." I'm like, I think you can kill it. They didn't mean like me personally. They meant like they didn't know if people were supposed to be able to kill it. And I'm like, I bet we are. It wasn't even a boss. I think it was just a big old secondary creature, a miniature boss. Symphony Orchestra is playing Saturday this Saturday. Oh, that sounds so amazing. I'm gonna go, can't convince you. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, well, we crash. No, those things are so cool. I died again. Ha. No, like, the video game concerts, or, like, film concerts, if you've ever had an opportunity to, like, go to, like, the ones that I've been to are, like, John Williams ones. I mean, John Williams as the premier American composer, makes sense. But, you know, like, you can go and see, like, Star Wars or Jurassic Park or whatever, or Jaws played with the soundtrack with the symphony. That was pretty cool. You say it would be terrible to go to something like that alone? Well, I don't think so. I go to the theater by myself, probably like half of the time that I go. Whenever I saw Hamilton, I was by myself, because I actually couldn't get a second ticket, you know, next to me. I couldn't find one anywhere. But I saw 6 by myself. That was great. You know, it was, yeah, I mean, look, when you sit down in there, all people care about is that the people around them are, like, you know, being polite. They don't care if they're sitting with anyone, you know. I would say, you know, like, especially if you really like Stardew, then if the prices are reasonable or whatever, yeah, I mean, like, I would totally go by myself. And unless you just, like, really hate going out alone, I would say go for it, you know, like, you shouldn't deny yourself experiences that you want just because somebody else doesn't feel like sharing them, right? And something like the appreciation of art, especially like music and stuff, like, while it can be, I think, greatly informed by comradeship and stuff when you're at a show, fundamentally, like, to me, something like music is much more personal than it is social, no matter how many people are around. It's... So, to me, I've always had a really good time going to a concert by myself. So when I was a much younger man, I used to go to, you know, like, punk shows all the time, and if nobody wanted to go, like, if I saw, like, a flyer at Vino's, that was the name of the joint that all the shows were at, you know, that said, you know, $5 on Thursday, and I have to work on Thursday, I was going to be up there, you know, it didn't matter if anybody wanted to go. And I've seen some really cool concerts that way, and seen some awesome bands, and learned about some really cool music that I wouldn't have learned like that. And I don't really go out much at all anymore. But if I did, I would go alone. But I go, you know, they're like, you know, the touring productions of plays. And a couple years ago, I had, like, season tickets, so, you know, I went to, like, 5 that year, but I usually go to 1 or 2 each year there. And like I said, sometimes alone, sometimes not. Sometimes I'll buy a ticket, and then somebody's like, oh, I can't actually go, and I'm like, well, rather than bother asking anybody else, since you said you could go and now you said you can't, I'm just gonna go by myself, and I'm gonna put my jacket down in that chair, and I'm going to splay my legs out and be like, I paid for this seat, you can share the space if you want to the people next to me, and they'll think I am a gentleman. And all of those things happen basically in that order. I'm like, y'all can just throw your stuff here. I bought the ticket. It's all right. No one's coming. They're like, oh, wow. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Aren't I very fancy? Here in the Grand Pier. Yeah, when I was a much younger person, I wasn't afraid of so many things, for lack of a better way to understand it, or to explain it. So I spent a lot more time going places where I knew no one, and meeting people that I didn't know, and that kind of thing, but... Fall down again, that's alright. But I'll still happily, like, go out to, you know, like, if I want to go to a movie and nobody wants to go, I still want to go to the movie type of thing. And I quite enjoy going to a movie by myself. I like to go to a movie by myself, like, 3 months after it came out in the middle of the day with 0 people in the theater. That's my jam. You know, that's my real good stuff. Alright. I'd like to see more plays of like been reviewed. Music in Hamilton was amazing. Hello, activities for rap musical was excellent. Yeah. Alright, don't choke. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, no, I loved Hamilton when it came. I had high expectations because I had already listened to the soundtrack like a million times, right? Snowball time. Alright. Oh, that was a bit of a jump. There, I got off of my normal cycle, but it was fine. And here, we just need to... Wow. Hey, it worked. Alright. But I mean, no, I know now it's very non-controversial to be like, man, I really like Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I like him. I liked Hamilton then. I like In the Heights a lot, and you know, like everybody else, I loved Moana and Encanto. But, no, I thought Hamilton was something really special. $178, baby. All right. Like you said, Autumn, just don't choke, and that's all you gotta do. Woo! 178 out of 175 strawberries. Feels good. Feels real good. That's right, there's a whole cutscene here, because we go on to the thing, and yeah, you know, he falls down really far. Alright. So the next golden, what would be harder? 3, 5, or 6? Abstractly, 3 would be easier, right? No, 5 would be easier. 5, the first long section of 5, you shouldn't die. The search skip is not hard. You could practice it a lot. And then it's just the little eye monster things. But hey, we don't have to worry about the next thing. After all, we achieved the thing. We got our golden strawberry almost by accident. When I was starting to talk there, I was like, wait, that was like the last hard room, wasn't it? Because the fast wind room, like, you could die there, and I have died there, but we're good at that room. I have this, like, construction of reality where if I like a part of a game, I'm good at it no matter what the evidence says. You got most of the C-size golden before 3 or 5-8? Well, I guess because they're a lot shorter, right? It almost makes sense. Yeah. Awesome. Look at that. We have got our... yeah, you know, the tale of the numbers says we would have basically as good of a chance getting the summit done as Celestial Sword, but that's not fair. That file doesn't have the right numbers. This file has the right numbers. And yeah, we died 34 times on summit, on the real records here. You know, those are all like really good times for me. I mean, how cool, though. Oh, and, you know, we got the little golden background. You know, you don't have that everywhere. Only at the places that you've, you know, shown your quality. Ha. Ain't that funny? We'll just try for the golden here. Don't worry, guys. I bet we can do it. You know, why don't we try the seaside? I don't think that golden's coming together. That's chapter 3. Oh, right. We wouldn't want to waste our dash there. Nope. What a cool room! What a cool room. Nope, not like that. Not like that. Alright. Music is awesome. Oh, right. You know, I did that earlier whenever I was messing around running chapter 2. Can you not do it out of those because they have spikes? No, it works. I'm just bad. Got it. Oh, right. And then there's all that. Not like that. Right into the spikes. Poor Madeline. Oh, poor Maddie. Stuck with a guy like me in control of her destiny. It's okay. It's all a dream. Not like that. Not like that. We gotta do the thing. Gotta do the thing there too. Julie, do the thing! Not like that. It's like, this isn't that hard. You can tell by the way it is. I mean, we took this first part, and now we just sort of casually do it, right? You would think that I knew what I was doing if you just watched me do that part of the run, right? Alright, not anymore. That wasn't so good. Trying to be too graceful, right? Ha. Well, you know, that was closer. Not close. It occurs to me that we could look through this at the room. We have not done so. I don't even know what it looks like over here. Oh, God. Oh, no. What? Is this the last room? Okay, so I gotta do... get over here and dive out there, and then... I don't have the slightest clue. I was like, oh, the room's significantly more than I thought. Well, I guess it is the last room, but that doesn't mean... Well, at least we know we could get back here very quickly, right? That's what you mean about the seasides being easier to do golden. Now I totally get it. Because if I knew how to do it... I mean, I bet you could just do this in, like 2 minutes, right? So it's like, basically like you're doing a golden... I see. It's even a golden heart, of course. At least that one wasn't a diagonal dash. It was just a mistimed horizontal. Because when you do a diagonal up there, you were never ever going to get it, right? And any horizontal at least shows that if time were different, let alone everything else, that you could have done it right. But a diagonal there will never have been right. Hey, that's further than we've gotten. Oh, those two? You definitely can. You definitely can. Because I just did it, right? I just didn't do the jump at the end, but you definitely can. Yeah, because that was totally enough, yeah. It seems like it's a lot easier, right? Because you dream kick up, then you dream kick sideways out of that second one, and then all you have to do is not that, you know, all you have to do is do the dash fine, and it lines up just fine. I figured those other two were dummies, you know. But I think you got to dream kick up and dream kick sideways, so maybe you preserve some of the momentum, right? Because this game does that, right? Dream kick. whatever that is, the wall dash thing from out of the blocks. Because I'm just not... Because that one time we got through, which means it can always happen. You know, there are no... As far as I'm concerned, there are no bugs in Celeste. They're all reproducible events. We hit the angle bad. Need a dash for down second block, yeah. Nah, I didn't even get the kick there. That was just a late dash. Totally could have had it. Yeah, see, you know, you just gotta believe. Upright, right, upright. Ah, now I see. Like, before I was like, I don't even know how you would do that, but now I see. Not like that. See, I'm too enamored with the ideas of the past, unable to interpolate them into the reality of the future. Ha! Oh yeah, and you can grab them. You know I always forget that, even though we had to do it earlier. If you showed me these motions whenever I started playing this game, I would think, oh, I started cheating. That's what I do. I mean, and then I go like that, you know, it's not all sunshine, rainbows, and success, is it? Oh, come on. Gotta dash sideways there earlier, or you just run right into the thing. The spikes. What even are nouns? These are questions. I just ran into some nouns right there. And I fell into a noun. I'm a noun, you're a noun, everyone. Everyone's a noun. Of course, everyone's a special kind of noun. It's a professional noun. It's a noun with a very specific job. It's a job for everyone. And that's why they gave it to it. Maybe we need to fall further there? No, because when we get out of the block, it's going to be the same distance, I think, from the dash, so we just need to time it better. Time it better. Yeah, like that's gonna happen. Just get good, I say to myself every day. Character in Hollow Knight always yells, "Get good!" right before you have to go and do the final true battle of the game. Which I did for the first time yesterday, so I heard her say it a lot. You know, and there I wasn't even ready for success, so we forgot to... You know, it's like I just expect that we're gonna die, so it's like... We're practicing it, and then it's like, oh, the dog caught a char. A char? The dog caught a char? Like a charred piece of car? That's not a metaphor. People don't say that. They do the same mistakes over and over, though. That's a very human thing. And I am one of them. High up, got to be more careful. So how do we even do that? Alright, now that we can get there. So they got all those bars there. I think all the stuff to the left is a distraction? No, you gotta jump in and fall down with your dash. Oh my goodness. So, jump in, not dash over to the crystals. You gotta fall down, dash horizontal through the coin, then up, diagonal, up, right. Hit there, grab it. Don't forget not to grab it. Drop, fall. Looks like a pretty delicate kick through there, followed by another one, followed by another one, followed by another one. When you hit that coin, that one will move somewhere. And then that. Well, you know, now we have a visual idea in the old noggin about what it would look like. That's the first step in Celeste, right? Maybe other people play the game by playing it, but I play it by looking at it. So I certainly recall many a time in the real game where if I just, like, tried to play my way out of a problem, I couldn't. But if I just looked at the problem... You know, it's kind of bad for my ego, because I like to think that I'm good at games, but maybe I'm just, like, okay at thinking and not very good at games. So it's like, when I play a game, then I do it wrong. I have to think about the game. But anybody could think, I say. No, not really. That's why I'm medium good at it, and other people are slightly less than medium good some of the time. I know you might be thinking, you say you're good at thinking about it, and you're still failing. Yeah, you weren't listening to the first part. I'm bad at the game. But we got the concept. Some of the concept. Alright, Spike's bad. It's like at work whenever somebody burns themselves and I hopefully go, fire hot. Spike's still bad. Still though, we've improved dramatically in this room. We've even figured out 2 different ways to do those first 2 segments. Very stylish. One of which you haven't seen. I love that. Every time. Every time I do something weird in this game you haven't seen before and you're like, huh, you can do that. I'm like, yes. Anyone can. There, we're too far from the danger, but that made us too close to harm, you know. Anyway. Just a couple more attempts and then I gotta hang it up and go to bed. That's not ideal. $178 berries. I do love that it shows up whenever I pause. I also love that everybody would know which goldens I got. Just because I'm pretty sure 1, 2, and 4 are the ones that people do get before deciding they're not going to get the other ones. Much too much. Much too much momentum. Alright, so I think actually we don't want to do that diagonal. We want to drift right, but dash up there. Yeah, because that diagonal is rough. I said I wanted to do it. I don't know if I actually have the input timing to do it, though. The old skill mechanique. Ha. Certainly looking like I could use a little more skill, am I right? Get wrecked self. You know, that skip will be my trademark if I ever get good at the game. I'll just run this. I'll be a 2C specialist. It'll be off the back of that skip that saves you, you know, 1/3 of a second or whatever, if you hit it. Ha. Not so good. Way too much momentum. Very low. About as low as you can get there without just not hitting the dream block at all. Well, that's further than we've ever got. And not really a thing that should have gotten us. At least we remembered to grab the edge of the block, though. Because for that point, it's just several of the same puzzle that I don't know how to do. But, you know, all of this was more or less unique. I think even the patterns down there, it's just a matter of doing the same thing back to back with no opportunity to, you know, recorrect. Oops, I did it again. I played with the spikes. I lost Madeline. Oh, baby. Well, that's a little further. I'm kind of starting to believe, though, I mean, not like all the way believe. I gotta quit like really soon actually, so can't keep playing for too long, but I mean, market improvements in just 20 minutes here in this chapter. Just 20 minutes in this room, you know, it's even though we're dying there, you just gotta believe me when I say this is better than we used to be at it. Just so much better. Pay no attention to the death counter. That can obscure many truths. Ha. Clumsy timing indeed. Oh no! I lost the dash. Music's fun, you know, they're like, yeah, let's do the palm mute thing a little bit more. People love a good palm mute. And they do. You know, that's true, they do. I think the most amazing thing about the music in Celeste is, like, this is music you have to fail to. It's not like the music of Zelda, where most of it you're gonna be just having a fine time, you know, but like, the music in Celeste, like, they know you're gonna die 10,000 times. So they've gotta, you know, they've gotta play something that'll have legs enough to carry you through a lot of failures. Alright, I really need to stop doing this. I've been staying up slightly past my bedtime, as it were. And as anyone who lived with siblings when you were younger and lives with them as an adult knows, it's important to keep your arrangements. Like shutting up at midnight, and you might be saying, isn't it already past midnight? Yeah, that's why I need to stop talking. Anyway, we're just gonna do a couple more of these, and then that's gonna be it for the day. Did it again. Yeah, no, we get along quite well, I think, but you know. When it comes to people, I often have to be told how they feel about me. I won't often notice. I did it again! Madeline, why? But it's like, too, the way our house is, like, it's 2 floors. Our house, we rent it, you know, like, it's not our house. We do live here, though. So he, like, lives upstairs. And I live downstairs. But the floors are like, there we go. floors are like kind of thin, and I like talk loud, you know, and excitedly tap my feet upon the ground. I think that's the big one. You guys could probably hear it whenever I'm like pounding my heels onto the ground, because it's not like carpeted. It's like carpet and some foam over like a concrete monolithic slab. It's pretty sweet, but it's not like, it doesn't feel like the floor often feels in a house. Or maybe it did before years of me drumming my big old heels into it. It's hard to say. I do know that it's loud because sometimes people are like watching a stream and they're like, hey, are you like kicking the floor, dude? And I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, I can hear it. I'm like, oh, right. It means the neighbors can, and... Alright, so for these, you could sort of go up or down on them. If you release jump quickly, you'll jump lower. Ah, yes. Into the top of it. Want to hurry for the last one, yeah, because the coin thing is gonna move. Thought I was grabbing, and maybe I need to push in the other direction in addition to grabbing. Well, last try. I've gotta go to bed. This has been very fulfilling, and I'm having a good time. This is my idea of a great platforming challenge, and I lied when I said it was the last one. This was the last one, unless I've lied again. Alright. But we'll take a crack at that when we come back again, you know, someday. I mean, we'll probably just come back to it, that way we don't have to get there again. But it only took a few minutes to get there the first time. I can't imagine it'll take much longer when we go back again. But yeah, you know, what a good session. We played around a little bit. You're 12 on 3C though. Yeah, you know, I wasn't really trying to go there. I still haven't beat 1C, so... So I was playing it one day and then I ended up giving up or whatever. Never went back. But anyway, that was fun. That was good. Played a little bit since I played Celeste. You know, and I played it really because the Stardew music didn't work, but not sad that I did. The 4A Strawberry, right? Or Goldberry. The Goldberry. Pretty good stuff. Look, getting a deathless run for the first time on any of these levels is a banner session, right? You know, 90 hours or whatever in the game, but it's still nice to check a new thing off of the list every now and then. 178 out of 175. But anyway, I've got to go to bed. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you've enjoyed. Good night, Quinny. Good night, KP. Good night, Autumn. Always a pleasure. Glad you could make it out. And 2C and 5C are your favorite. Cool. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll be on, you know, we're coming up on my work week, so I'll be not streaming so much during the middle of the day, but I'll be on tomorrow morning and tomorrow night, probably, and, you know, around in general other times. And maybe I'll see you there. And if not, I hope you have an excellent, you know, rest of your time on the internet. And I'm sure I'll run into you out there somewhere. And if not, hey, you know, the world is a big place. I just hope you have a good time in it. See you guys, KP. If you end up going to that Stardew concert, you'll have to let me know how it was. And, yeah, good night, everybody.